We'll understand if you struggle to get past the ampersand and its grammatically questionable company name. Ford's luxury brand is right there with you, but the new Lynk Co, a compact SUV, could well be the first vehicle from a Chinese brand to break big in the United States. That is, when it eventually gets here. The O1 went on sale in late November in China, where the initial allocation of 6,000 cars sold out in just over 2 minutes, according to the company. We got the chance to drive it at an official launch event conducted, somewhat improbably, on a racetrack. Considering the unlikely environment, a full conclusion will have to wait, but we can report that the basics seem promising. Although Lynk Co is a newly formed sub-brand of Chinese automaker Geely, the O1 is built from a platform shared with fellow Geely subsidiary Volvo. It's the same compact modular architecture that will underpin the 2019 Volvo XC40, and it uses the same 3- and 4-cylinder turbocharged gasoline engines, at least in China. Anyway, we were told that all European versions will be hybrids, and it seems likely that the US models will follow that example when they show up in 2020, roughly 2 years after their Volvo sibling. That's probably a good thing. In the unlikely crucible of Geely's privately owned 2.5-mile Ningbo racecourse, the automatic transmission struggled to keep its composure, being reluctant to kick down a gear under heavy throttle while doing so too willingly under gentler use. The handling balance was also predictably biased toward understeer, although easing the throttle brought the nose back into line obediently. Positives include accurate steering and soft suspension settings that, even though they led to predictable body roll on track, should translate to reasonable compliance on the street. Sadly, we could find no bumps to confirm how the O1 rides. It seems quite at a cruising pace, but the engine grows vocal when asked to deliver its all, as it does in the Volvo, moved beyond dynamic assessment, and the O1 impresses more. The front-end design won't appeal to all tastes, but apparently Chinese buyers still appreciate a car that makes a grand entrance. The high-mounted lights on the fenders have something Nissan Juke-ish about them. As with the Juke, the actual projector beam headlights are lower down. The side and rear profiles are handsome, if somewhat anonymous, but then again, what should an all-new car brand look like? Dimensions of the China-built O1 are larger than those of the XC40, with the O1 being 4.1 inches longer while riding a 107.5-inch wheelbase, which is 1.1 inches longer than the Swedish brand version that's assembled in Belgium. The Volvo platform means the company is extremely confident the O1 will perform well in international crash tests, something Chinese cars have often failed to do. The cabin feels durable and looks well designed, although many of the surfaces prove to be made of cheaper materials than they resemble at first glance. Most of the metal-like interior pieces turn out to be plastic on closer inspection, for instance, but the fit and finish still seems well up to the entry luxury standards of the XC40 segment, which includes models such as the BMW X1 and the Lexus NX. All versions of the O1 will get the central 10.1-inch touchscreen as well as digital instruments. Space for occupants is good in both front and rear, although the bulbous contours of the dashboard limit legroom for the front passenger. You're thinking that this is a car for hipsters, aren't you? If so, you could be right. Lynk is explicitly making cars designed to appeal to commitment-phobic millennials. The brand's core team in Sweden is the youngest in the industry. The average age of employees is just 34, and more than 50% are women. The target demographic, the company reckons, is less possessive than older buyers, so the plan is to offer a range of sharing options including, ultimately, even the ability for nominal owners to rent out their cars to offset some of the monthly cost. Choice will be limited, with generous standard equipment and no-option packages, and the stated aim is to offer 6 to 8 variants of each model, a total that includes exterior colors. In China, the 4 available specifications are called Clear Light, Hyper Pro, Inter Pro, and Louder Pro, which sound more like the members of a sci-fi music collective than an automotive range. There's a plan, too, to offer free connectivity and a lifetime warranty on all Lynk models. By the time Lynk Co reaches the US market, some of this may well change, of course, and it will be arriving as a brand rather than a single model. With the O2 crossover and the O3 sedan set to launch in China ahead of O1 sales beginning in the United States, there's certainly no shortage of ambition. Visser asserts that the company plans to produce 500,000 vehicles a year for distribution across all global markets by 2021.